One thing that matters most, if there's that one thing in being a successful entrepreneur, is having grit. That is the ability to persevere and have your long-term vision through thick, through thin, through all this shit that we go through, and still know you're gonna make it happen, right? And still come out on the other side, because there's probably not a single woman in this room or man who hasn't been through some really challenging times. And I know we all did in 2020. And guess what? We're about to head into another one. The universe didn't want to give us any breaks. I look 10 years older than I really am right now. And so it's the ability to know that you're capable of pivoting, having multiple revenue streams, and really setting yourself up and your business to be unshakable, because the world is always going to be changing. Everybody's gonna like you. Yeah, I'm not for everybody. That is for sure, right? And you're not either, and that's also okay. And then realizing and recognizing, as long as you're showing up as your best self, you're being honest, you're being transparent, people know you are good, you have a good reputation, you're a good person. So if you have an employee that leaves and they're talking shit about you, or you left a bad partnership situation and they're talking shit about you, how many of you in this room can smell a lunatic from a mile away? Right? So again, release that fear too, because when they go low, you go high, right? You rise above and you continue being yourself, and you continue holding your integrity, because people know that. So sometimes our worst moments are our best stepping stones. Like when you think the world is ending or closing around you, is actually just creating your next opportunity. And in those moments, when you think your world is ending, or when you're overwhelmed, or you're just feeling really stuck, and you're not sure where to go or how to grow and how to achieve everything that you see so clearly, that's when you ask for help, right? That's when we ask for help. And that is something that I certainly didn't do early on enough, because I was terrified that people would just think I'm incompetent and I'm super stubborn. I'm like, I can figure this out myself. I've got this. I don't need your help, and I don't want to pay you for it either, because I'm super cheap. And so, so I didn't ask for help soon enough. And when I finally did, when I finally found the right person, by the way, because I did waste some money hiring the wrong people, asking the wrong questions. When I found the right coach, I hired her at exactly the wrong time. But when I did that, I doubled my business, right? Because I finally admitted that, like, I just don't know how to do it. After I was in an accident with my husband was in a coma. I thought I'd have to support him for the rest of my life. And I was 30 years old, so I wasn't prepared to take care of someone 24/7 at that age. I was still kind of a little bit selfish and immature, and I grew up really fast, and I learned all the things really fast. And oh, by the way, I had already had a company since I was 25 years old, and I had to make sure that my team could still, like, eat and pay their bills, and I wanted to retain them. And I promised clients that I would show up. So in that moment of time, of which arguably was the worst moment of time to invest in myself, what did I at least know? I was my guaranteed return, right? And so I dug in and I did that, because in doing that, I was able to create a future for my husband and myself, and not worry about what happens with him, whether he's okay or not. I've got this in my team, and I stayed committed to the promise I made. And so sometimes, again, when everything is so bad, it gives us that opportunity to do the scary things and commit. But the one thing that I did in that moment of time, if there was one good thing, is I didn't make an excuse. I didn't make an excuse, and I didn't say, because this happened, I'm not.